Step 1. Be a man, unmarried, and willing to remain celibate. Yes, on your journey to eventually sit on the people's seat, you must be born on the right side of the population. If not, you're out. Step 2. Be a Catholic. This means being baptized in the Catholic Church, taking First Holy Communion, confirmation, and actively participating in church activities. If you're not willing to become a Catholic, your papal dreams would be crushed. You're out. Step 3. Climbing the Catholic corporate ladder. So you start off by becoming a priest. To do this, it requires quite a bit of education, usually a college degree in Catholic philosophy and a master's in divinity, and of course, learn to say Latin words. By becoming a priest, you get to be the head of a church or at least work under another priest. Next, you have to become a bishop and go from a church to a cathedral, where you have to administer a bunch of churches. This is a much more select group with around 5,500 bishops worldwide compared to 400,000 priests. And to become a bishop is a whole process. And for this to happen, the current bishop either has to die or retire. This usually happens at the age of 75. The retirement, that is. But then you can't just apply. There's a secret list curated by bishops in your area of who they feel would make a great replacement for one of them. And in addition to this, you must be 35 years old. You have to have been a priest for at least 5 years and have a PhD in theology. This list then goes to the Apostolic Nuncio, who is the Pope's ambassador to your country. He then picks 3 people from the list, does extensive research on them, interviews them. He then sends this report to the Vatican for the Congress of Bishops to review it. If they don't approve any of the 3 candidates, the whole process starts again, from selecting 3 candidates from the list and researching them and then doing all the other stuff. But if they do approve, again, you hopefully, then your name is sent to the Pope for final approval. The big man can say no or yes, and if he says no, the whole process starts again. But if he does approve, congrats, you're now a bishop. And if you can't get through all of these, then you're out. From here, you finally get promoted to being a cardinal. That's the step before the final prize. These are basically bishops with extra responsibilities, which the most important of is picking the next pope. To become a cardinal, you need to be handpicked by the Pope. And when the big man eventually dies or retires, all the cardinals under the age of 80 gather at the Vatican, isolated from the outside world, to select a new Pope. The procedure is generally like this. They meet in the Vatican and swear an oath of secrecy. Seriously, like if you leak anything, you're instantly excommunicated. Then they move into the Vatican guest house. It's like a very fancy summer camp, but for electing the next Pope. When it's time to vote, the cardinals head into the Sistine Chapel. This usually happens around 4 times a day, and guards lock the doors behind them. No leaving until they pick someone. This is called a conclave, which is Latin for with a key. Voting for the Pope is really old school. Each candidate writes down the name of the person they want to be Pope by hand on a piece of paper. They walk up to the altar one by one, say a prayer, and place their ballots in a special box. You would need to get a 2/3 majority to become the next pope, and if no one gets a 2/3 majority, they vote again. Each session, the votes are burnt. Black smoke means no pope. White smoke, we have a pope. If eventually you get a 2/3 majority, you are asked one question: do you accept? If you say yes, you pick a new name and then get dressed in papal robes, waiting in a room nicknamed the Room of Tears. Finally, you step out into the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica and say, Habemus Papam, we have a new pope. You see, the Latin came in handy. Thank you for watching.